What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Junior the Big Dog, your favorite father and son duo covering Miami Hurricanes football and sports. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday evening? What's up, Big Dog?
What's up? All you guys, thank you for joining us. Got a whole bunch of our guys here early on. Want to say to see we got Orange and Green Blood, Cohen. It's all about the U. That's for you, Cohen. That's for Cohen. Them Canes, Lenoris, Tony Kidd, the wholesome one. What do you say, Primo?
Everybody I'm digging the new logo, Primo.
I like it. I like that. It says H1H, right?
Yes,
Jason
sir.
Ben Pratt, what do you say? All you guys, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Obviously, I know, weird, strange world we're living in nowadays, and not a lot going on because of all the quarantine and everything. What do you say, Anthony?
Hey, Jason Arnold says, "What's happening, Junior the Big Dog? Corona extra isn't stopping me and my beautiful lady from getting married April 17th. All we need is each other and two friends and a pastor."
Awesome.
Congratulations to you and your fiance and soon to be wife. Congratulations to the both of you guys, man. That's amazing news to hear. You know, especially with all this stuff going on, man. It's uplifting to hear news like that. So congratulations, Jason, and soon to be Mrs. Arnold. So congratulations to both of you.
Absolutely. Congratulations. And by the way, when it comes to you two, you're allowed to not follow the social distancing guidelines on your honeymoon.
Right.
You all can that's an exception. That's an essential business, basically.
Yeah.
So but congratulations, man. Great to hear, Jason. Daryl, what do you say? Terrence, what do you say, guys? Man, I'll tell you what. I know there's not a lot of stuff going on, but look at I think we already have like 100 people on here with us. You guys are
100 people.
It says here started streaming. It says 98 on my end.
No, I see 11.
Oh, really? No, but seriously, it says started streaming and it says 98 on my end. And it's updating because it's gone up and down.
All right.
But anyways, regardless, man.
Doesn't matter.
Ian, Mr. HD, what do you say? All you guys. I know there's not a lot going on, and thank you guys for joining us. I know you guys have more pressing concerns. And Baytu Perry, what do you see, guys? I don't know. See, now it just went from 98 and it says 2 on my end. So who knows, man? You know what? Whoever's here with us is here with us.
Hey, look, doesn't matter, but check this out. That's a good plug. That's a good segue too. If you're new here, subscribe, like, share, and join the Junior and the Big Dog family. We would really appreciate it, man. Our lives are every single Wednesday. It's been kind of wacky lately. I'm an essential business. Thank God I still have a job, and work has been crazy on my end because we ship out a lot of stuff to hospitals. So obviously, you know, they're in need of all kinds of supplies and whatnot. So yeah, I've been putting in a lot of work, man. And you know, obviously the baby's keeping me busy, but I don't want you guys to think that's going to be a trend, that Junior the Big Dog's going to be like 1 week on, 1 week off. No, man. But you know, that's not going to be the case at all. If there does arise, the only reason why we didn't go live last week on Wednesday was because of what I said. But we could have done it another day, like on the weekend. But you know, there's not much to talk about, so we just figured, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it on our regular slot on Wednesdays at 7. But just so you guys do know, if anything would arise, whether it be, you know, with my kids or with Big Dog, that we can't go live on a Wednesday, we'll just pick another slot, you know, within that week. And obviously we will let you guys know through Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter, these are our Twitter handles down here, or I'll post it on a community post and let you guys know when we would be going live. So yeah, just so you guys don't think that's going to be a trend.
Wholesome Primo brings up a good point. He says, have everybody, because a lot of people weren't getting hit with the notifications. So everybody, when you guys get a chance, please turn off the notifications, then turn them back on, because somehow or another that helps in terms of making sure you guys get notified. I've heard that before, Primo, and I does think it works for people. So those of you who have not gotten the notifications, turn off your notifications and then turn them back on, and make sure you guys hit all on the notifications. So that way, every time that we drop a video, you guys will be notified. And we know listen, I even owe replies with all this stuff going on. I haven't been able to get to the replies on the comments as much as I normally do, which I stay on that. But I'm going to go ahead and make sure I catch up between tomorrow and Friday. Everybody, like Junior said, please hit the like buttons. And on your those of you who are new, subscribe to us, hit the notifications bell, and press all so you're notified. We're going to bring out some hopefully here soon when life gets normalized.
I promise you guys, we're pretty good when there's sports and when there's sports going on. When there's football being played, we're pretty good. When there's not a worldwide pandemic and there's actually sports being played in the world, we're not too bad. So give us a shot and subscribe.
Yeah, and we're on every Wednesday with you at 7, like Junior said, and then we also drop videos besides that. So make sure you guys get them all, and we're here for you. And Taz, Tammy, Kane, some of everybody that's on here. We'll talk whatever you guys want to talk about. I know that obviously, even in recruiting, the coaches have to there's a dead period, and basically it's phone calls and nothing much else going on. Obviously, I was surprised the NFL says they're going to proceed with the draft.
Yeah, but it's going to be like through satellite.
Through satellite and all the telecommunication stuff.
Alejandro Johnson says, Bendición, Big Dog. Greetings, Junior. Finally, something good to watch here live on YouTube. Saludos.
Thank you. And Jason said that his bride to be, his future wife, Carrie, appreciated the comments that we made. So God bless to both of you, and may you have a long, happy life together.
We got a donation from Joseph Oldman. Thank you so much, Joseph, for the dono, baby. Appreciate you tuning in.
Thank you.
We got Sammy. We got a Big Dog. Have you made a Miami All-Decade team?
That's a good thing to talk about.
Hey,
that's
perfect.
A good thing to talk about. Absolutely.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's go with an All-Decade team. All right. First off, at quarterback. All right. After quarterback, let's go to running back. No, I'd say we got to go with Kaya. All decade of the 10s, we have to go with Kaya. Stephen Morris.
Yeah, we got to go with Kaya.
Yeah. I mean, really, I know that Ja'Cory Harris sort of straddled him because he started back, before the decade and then went on to the decade. Mm-hmm. But really, I think we have to probably go with Kaya as being the QB.
Duke, obviously at running back.
Yeah, Duke has to be my number one running back.
Amon Richards.
Amon, I mean, the thing with Amon, though, is it was
you got to put him in there.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, you break Michael Irvin's freshman record.
You got to put him in there. He's in there for me.
Something.
He's in there for me.
Braxton, but again, Braxton did it. His last year really was his big year.
Philip Dorsett, obviously.
Leonard Hankerson. Wide receivers, there's more.
Coley when he wasn't hurt.
Which is a game and a half? Hurricane Millie with a donation. Thank you, Millie. He says, haven't been on in a while. Glad to be here. We're glad to have you.
Thank you so much, Hurricane Millie, for tuning in and for the dono, man.
Hankerson definitely has to be there. Coley was my guy. And Junior used to tease me about Coley all the time, with good reason, by the way. Junior was right. Because it's I would say watch when Travis Benjamin, absolutely.
Alan Hearns.
Travis, especially all around, because you remember Travis was one hell of a returner when he was with us also. So Travis I remember seeing him return.
You saw he went to the Niners?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, when I went to see the Canes play Ohio State here in Columbus, Travis put on a show.
He was fast.
Oh, what's funny is as we're walking there, I had all my Hurricanes gear on, but I'm walking with two guys that were Ohio State fans. Actually, three guys that were Ohio State alumni that actually went there. So we're going to see the game together, and on the way there, I started talking about Miami speed. That how it's going to be. Are they going to be able to handle Miami speed or not? And the guys were talking to me about, well, hey, Ohio State has guys that can run too, you know. And I'm like, yeah, but there's different between speed and then Miami speed. And man, he sees Travis Benjamin run one back, and he was like, yeah, it is kind of different. And then the funny thing is, like, their returner got caught by Matt Bosher from behind by our kicker.
Yeah, Bosher was
because Bosher was an athlete.
Yeah, he's.
So then I turned to him and go, well,
Bosher will lay you out too.
Yeah, you see what happened to our return guy ran one back. Your return guy got caught from behind by the angle with our kicker.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, there's definitely a difference in speed. Although we ended up losing that game, but yeah, all those guys I got to throw in the wide receiver,
tight end. You got to go.
Now are we gonna have to pick? We'd have to pick the starting receivers. We named a bunch.
Yeah, no, we got to. Let's name our starting receivers.
All right. So we got quarterback. We got Brad Kaya. Running back.
We got Duke.
Okay. Wide receiver. So let's go with a 3 receiver formation.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
All right. I mean, man, it's hard not putting Amon in there. It really is, man.
I'm going Amon for sure.
Oof.
I'm just doing it. I don't care.
Okay, you're gonna go Amon?
Me.
I gotta put Leonard Hankerson in there.
I'm going Amon and Allen Hurns on the outside, and Philip Dorsett as my slot.
As your slot guy? Yeah, the slot guy. You got Dorsett, you got Benjamin, and you got Braxton. I mean, obviously with Dorsett and Benjamin having the element of speed over Braxton, I take one of those 2 guys on the slot. I might go Benjamin, man.
What you going?
We thought about Lamar Miller, Anthony, but at Miami, I think Duke was a bigger pickup.
Yeah,
you know, because listen, Lamar is a beast, and Lamar has definitely had the better NFL career than Duke, because Lamar at least has been a running back 1 with the Texans, with the Dolphins.
No.
Where Duke has always been more of a third down guy. But at Miami, I think I give the edge to Duke over Lamar.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's the thing.
For sure.
Now, yeah, I think those receivers are well.
All right, so I gave my 3. So your 3 is what?
I'll go Hankerson.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll go Hankerson and Amon on the outside, and then go Travis in the slot.
Okay.
And then now we got to go to tight end.
Who's tight end?
Man, it's hard. And you got Njoku. Man. Njoku or Brevin. And Brevin's not done. Well, technically, Yeah, Miami. I like Braxton too in the slot. The thing is, the other 2 guys have the edge of like really fast. I mean, you're talking about Travis and Philip Dorsett are tremendously fast.
Mr. HD says 2 QBs.
That's a little bit more. That gives us a little bit better of an opportunity there.
2 QBs.
2 QBs will go Kaya and Stephen Morris.
Yeah, I'll go Stephen Morris. Running backs, I'll go Duke, Miller, and Lamar, Walton.
And Walton.
Okay. Even though we didn't get to see what I think Walton could have been.
Right, because of the injury issues.
Because of the injuries, man. But when it comes, there was just something about, and then obviously, man, he has a lot of things going on, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, poor guy.
But those are my 3 running backs.
Yeah, Taj Wofford was definitely decent.
Wofford was nice. He's still in the NFL. He's on the Jets, I think.
Yeah, no, Wofford's. Yeah, I think he's the backup to Herndon.
Yeah,
with the Jets. Yeah. Wofford was good. Man.
Oh, Travis Homer.
I love Travis Homer, man. I think
I changed my pick.
But that's the thing is, Homer would have never been out Walton.
Yeah, he never would have been in that one. Yeah, I know he wouldn't.
Talking about both of them at their best.
Okay, fine. Then I'm going Mark Walton 100%.
That's the thing. Because if that's the case, then we can't put Amon Richards in there either, because all the other guys are going to blow him out.
Yeah, you're right.
Amon having such a short career.
Same thing. Yeah, so same thing applies, and that's the reason why I put Amon in there. So yeah, I'm going Walton, Duke, and Miller.
Oh, that lost you. Oh, okay.
No, Jacory, I was just thinking.
Really, yeah. I mean, Jacory. Overall, he had the best career. He had a better career than Stephen Morris for sure. Overall, but the thing is, Jacory actually two of his seasons were outside of the decade. So I mean, that's the only reason I give Morris the edge over Jacory, because in this decade was the Jacory after the injury.
Right.
So
all right. So tight ends, Njoku and Brevin.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, you got to put Herndon in there too, though, in that conversation. I mean, Brevin hasn't been used to the extent that he should be. He's been underutilized, let's say.
Herndon was nice. Herndon was nice, but Njoku and Brevin are really nice. Really nice. I liked Herndon too. No, that's not a knock on. I'm not knocking on Herndon. I just see the potential of Brevin, and I'm just like, that's how I want to be one of my tight ends. So I'm going.
I agree. I would say Njoku and Herndon. I mean, Njoku and Jordan and Brevin. I probably have to go them. All right, let's go to running backs. I mean,
what's up, Gallo Negro?
What do you say, Gallo Negro? Them Canes. Let's go to offensive linemen.
Okay,
let's start off at the tackles. Okay, definitely got to throw in Henderson in there.
Yes.
I'm thinking. I mean, we had some decent tackles. I mean, McDermott. Listen, you know, I know he got ragged on a lot, but
he did get ragged on a lot.
Oh, I would have loved the defense. The defense is my favorite part. So yes, we get to pick 40 defensive ends, 4 defensive tackles, 3 outside backers, 3 inside backers, 4 quarterbacks, 4 safeties, kicker, punter, kick returner, punt returner. I like the Eric Flowers. Yeah, we definitely. I think Flowers, and I know whatever people want to talk about.
He's a Dolphin.
What happened in the NFL, and I get that. I think what happened in the NFL. Wholesome and I talked about that quite a bit. Not quite a bit, but in an off-air conversation that we talked about. Really, he was just in the wrong position in the NFL at the NFL level.
And look at him like with the Redskins. You know, he was there a full year, man, being a guard.
And, that's where I think the NFL Feliciano has to be on there on the offensive line also. That's the thing at the NFL level. Listen, there's guys that can play tackle in college football that cannot play tackle in the NFL.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, and that's what I think happened to Eric Flowers. Linder absolutely has to be on there too.
Yeah.
And Linder had a nice edge to him. I love the way he played. He had and McDermott. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying about KC McDermott. Linder has. Yeah, he would be my top center for sure.
Yep,
for sure. And he has exactly what you want in a center. Really smart and very nasty. Mm-hmm. You know, Linder had that edge that he plays with.
Nasty streak, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what you have to have a center. It's hard. That's one of the reasons why it's hard to find a really good center. He says, I want to read this. Leslie Jr. Jay Blaze is doing well. Thank you. Working a lot, firefighter at ER and hospital. Be safe. God bless you. Absolutely. Our prayers are with Jay Blaze. And I'm glad to hear he's doing well and back at work. And
awesome,
obviously stay safe. And that goes for Jay, for everybody, for all the firefighters, police officers, especially nurses and doctors, that what you guys are doing is beyond belief. The way as you're going to work every day, knowing you're putting yourselves, and even by extension, that's the thing that people don't realize, is that these nurses and doctors, it's not only that they can end up getting sick, is they can end up bringing that home to their families.
Exactly.
And I've heard of cases where a lot of nurses and doctors, when they go home, they're putting themselves in quarantine and not being around their families just in case.
Yep.
And that tells you how amazing those doctors and nurses and all everybody in healthcare. Just you guys are our heroes, and God bless them all, and God bless Jay and all the others.
I'm not even like I don't work in a hospital, or I'm not in the front lines, dealing with this virus like that. But I am working, and the first thing I do, I mean, it's hard, man. I got home yesterday, and my wife is here taking care of my kids, and I just hear my baby boy, like, he's just like, he's crying. The first thing I want to do when I get home is, but nah, man. The first thing I do when I get home, go straight to. I don't even say hi to my wife. I don't say hi to my kids. I go straight to the shower, take off all my clothes, take obviously take a shower, scrub, real nice, until I say hi to everybody. So just imagine, and I'm not even working. I'm not even at. Obviously, we're all at risk to a certain extent, but nowhere near compared to like doctors and nurses and firefighters and police officers. So imagine the steps that they have to take to make sure that not only that they're safe, that the public is safe, but their families, the steps that they got to take, man. So what they're going through is something that it's insane. A lot of people are complaining because they don't like being in the house so much, and they're cooped up and whatnot, hopefully still working from home. But yeah, the things that these professionals are going through, it's on another level. It's crazy.
And can you imagine? And you go further, all those ones from like New York City, and what they're having to go to.
Yep.
And it's not just because people forget, man, that when you look at a healthcare professional, it's not when they are involved in a situation like this, they get emotionally attached to helping those patients. Yep. And being in situations where they're losing, what did they say, that one hospital, Elmhurst, which coincidentally is a hospital, I was born in the hospital because I was born in Elmhurst in Queens, New York. That's the hospital I was born at. They had 13 people die of the virus in one day, and that was like a week and a half ago. So I'm sure they've had worse days than that now. Yeah. And so think about that idea of caring for these patients and seeing them, where you're losing battle after battle. Yeah, you win some battles, but you lost a whole bunch.
A lot of them.
And that's has to be, I mean, that's something that I don't envy what they're going through, and just they're amazing for continuing to do that. Yeah. And we're just blessed to have them. So
yeah.
All right, let's continue.
So back to football.
All right.
So Linder, Flowers,
for sure. Henderson. You got to put their tackle. McDermott, you have to throw in there also. Man, I would have loved putting Navon on this list, because you talk about a guy who was a freshman All-American, but from that point forward, he's been somewhat of a disappointment.
He doesn't make my list.
No, that's the thing. He really can't. No. He really can't be on the list. So, McKinney. Yeah, I do like McKinney.
I think I stopped getting comments here.
No, are we losing it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just think the comments are not loading up for me for some reason, I think.
Oh, okay. You want me to keep you out? I didn't see if we had any donations or anything.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Can we move to the defense? The defense already?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why you laugh?
Huh? Because I know how much you love talking defense.
Oh yeah. No, I mean we can talk some more about the line. We can.
Are you good?
Unfortunately, I wish we had a lot more. Oh no, I think he was talking about Brian McKinney. Because Brian McKinney, that's way back. McKinney was a rookie year in the NFL was 2002. So his last year with us was 2001, the championship season. Yeah, no, I think he was talking about the I'm trying to remember all the different guards and tackles that we had for this decade. But anyways, I think we named them. We named them basically all. We can go to defensive line, defensive end. Or you want to stay on the offensive line some more?
No, I'm good. I'm good with defense.
All right. What do you want to start defensive end?
Honestly,
can we put Rousseau on there?
Yeah, I was.
I know your guys gonna be Joe Jackson. That's gonna be the first guy you're gonna nominate.
I love JJ.
He has to be on there. He has to be on there. I mean, he was a legit contributor from a freshman to. I mean, are you gonna put? I mean, if you think about it,
it's a lot harder to pick a defensive line
than
it is to pick an offensive line at the University of Miami.
We've had some success there. Oh wow! Who would you pick?
Not today, J Love T.
What do you say?
He said, "Are we taking calls today? We'll take calls next week, though.
You want to do next week? We'll do a call-in show.
Yeah, we'll do. Yo, it's hard on defensive line.
It is hard. There's so many of them. I mean, listen. Redshirt freshman, 15 and a half sacks. It's funny that the ESPN has Quincy Roche as the number one returning defensive end in the country, pass rusher in the country.
Right.
Did you see that?
No.
ESPN put Quincy Roche as the number one returning pass rusher in the country, and he might be the number 3 best defensive end on our team. You can make a mistake. You can make a case. Taz with a donation. Thank you, Taz.
Says, what's up, Junior the Big Dog? Just got out of work from Publix. I hope I didn't miss a lot from. Nah, Taz, we're just naming basically our all-decade team. So we basically we both agreed on Kaya and Morris for a couple running backs. Duke, I think we picked 3 running backs, right?
Yeah, we picked
3. Yeah, 3 running backs.
It was Duke, Lamar Miller,
Lamar, and Mark Walton. I picked Walton. Wide receivers, we were debating Amon Richards.
Wide receivers, there was quite a bit.
Yeah, Henderson, Allen Hurns, Philip Dorsett. Tight ends, Njoku, and probably Brevin.
They were asking Alan Bailey. Yes, Alan Bailey's still in the NFL. Last I heard, he was with Atlanta last year after being with the Chiefs forever. Bailey has to be on there. Joe Jackson has to be on there.
What do you mean he has to be on there? Are we doing this or are we not doing this? Like, come on, man. 2 defensive ends.
Well, we got name 4. He said we can name 4.
Oh, we can name 4 defensive ends?
Yeah.
I thought we were just naming like 2 defensive ends and 2 tackles.
He let us cheat a little bit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Joe Jack.
That's the thing. Aiden Chris says he thinks Phillips is better than Quincy Roche. Listen, physically, Phillips and Greg Rousseau are both better than Quincy Roche. And I love Quincy Roche. That's what I was telling Wholesome this. That when I was talking, him and I had like a 3-hour conversation the other day.
He has the potential to be better than Roche. Let's say that.
No, right. They have Roche has proven at the college level, and Phillips hasn't.
Right.
But Rousseau has.
Right, no, 100%.
As a redshirt freshman, Rousseau had 15 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
Only starting 8 games.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. Incredible what Rousseau did. So listen, how ESPN says that anybody.
Olivier Vernon.
Oh, Olivier Vernon has to be on there. And yeah, John Garvin.
Damn.
Now
Vernon's still with the Giants, right?
Now here's the thing, and here's what I would tell you guys.
No, Vernon went to the Bills, didn't he?
Olivier Vernon. Well, no,
he went to the Giants.
He was with the Giants, and now he
the Bills.
Oh shoot, was it the Bills?
I think the Bills signed him.
I can double check that. Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, because he was with the Giants for a whole bunch of years, though.
The Browns.
That's what it was. The Browns.
I know it was a
That's
B.
who has Olivier. Yeah. But you look at, I mean, for example, look at Garvin, right? Look at Garvin. Let me see. Let me get his final college stats here. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. But if you look at this, is the part that why I say, and I know people are going to say impartial because that's my guy in Greg Rousseau, right? But here's the thing. Okay, Jonathan Garvin in his Miami career had 12 and a half sacks. Okay? And let me see how many games. 32 games. He had 12 and a half sacks. Greg Rousseau had 15 and a half last year.
Yeah.
So I think it's legitimate. I could put Rousseau in there.
And listen, I mean, Garvin had Joe Jackson on the other side. So
and in all fairness, Rousseau had Garvin on the other side too.
No. What I'm trying to say is like people are because.
But right now, if you're going to compare Miami careers, Joe Jackson's career was better than Jonathan Garvin's. You know what I'm saying? If you're comparing Miami careers,
it's a lot of defensive ends, man. I'm going through so many in my head. I'm just okay. So let's pick 4, man. Let's just pick 4. Come on.
Okay, can I keep mine and put Rousseau on there?
No, I'm putting Rousseau on there, so I'm putting
that's
Rousseau
what I'm saying. Joe Jackson has to be on there too.
I'm putting Joe
Vernon.
Jackson.
Okay. So we got Jackson, we got Rousseau, we got Olivier Vernon, and we got Alan Bailey.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Demetrius was good, but Demetrius was really a role player.
Yeah. That's fair, though.
You know?
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, but Bailey only played, he started in the NFL in 2011. So he only played 1 year in the decade. Let me double check that. Hold on. Let me pull up Bailey.
Well, you're putting in Rousseau, and he only played 1 year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he still has more or less. Trent Harris. Yeah, I like Trent.
I like Trent too.
Calais was last decade, James.
Yeah,
Calais was the previous decade, so we can't put him in there.
Calais
you know what we should
deserves to be on the all-time.
You want to do that? You want to go an all-time Canes team?
No, let's finish let's finish the all decade, and then maybe we'll leave the all-time Canes team for next week.
All right. McIntosh, Gerald Willis. Gerald, with that one season he had, was such a monster year.
Yeah. Norton is there for me, for sure.
Kendrick Norton?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Norton's there for me.
You know what's funny that we didn't mention a defensive end is nobody mentioned Chad Thomas.
I thought about him.
Now. I know, but you know what it is, too? He was such a disappointment because he was
it was the hype
world. Right. He was so hyped up. Yeah. And he really underperformed up until his senior year. Yeah. And then his senior year, he played well. Yeah. Yeah. Demetrius was mentioning Chad Thomas now, too.
Yeah.
D tackles. You have McIntosh and Norton for the D tackles.
I mean, if we're just putting guys in just because of 1 year, man.
Gerald had a monster. But
that's
Gerald
that
1 year though was better than any other year any tackle had at Miami.
Right. Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crime Cat said, didn't Patchen play from 2010 to 2019? It feels like that, don't it? Now, I think now with the coronavirus, they gave him a 10th, 11th, and 12th year of eligibility.
Why can't you add Rousseau, J Love?
But J Love, I mean, it's true, but we were just saying, like, for example, you look at him and John Garvin. In 1 year, Rousseau had more sacks than Garvin, 3 more sacks than Garvin had his entire career at Miami.
Chicolo, Vincent saying, what about Chicolo?
I love
Chicolo,
but he didn't belong. Yeah, he didn't belong at where he was playing. That's the thing. I mean, he played. Listen, you gotta put Chicolo on there because
that's what I'm saying.
He performed. He was in the wrong
Listen,
position,
but
but he
this okay,
performed.
but this is what we're doing. Like we're going through this all decade team, as in, like we're building a team.
Right.
Okay, so yes, I am putting in Russo because of that 1 year, and yes, I am putting in
Yeah, because
Willis because of that 1 year.
a 1 year.
I'm putting in Amon because of that for that 1
Yeah,
year.
that's true.
So
That's true.
I'm putting in guys that I want.
Austin,
On
you
this
can make a
all
case.
decade team.
You can make a case. Stunner Boy says Patchen is the 8th year senior. Will end up being, and finally he ended up. I mean, we wish him luck. Obviously, we make fun about it and stuff, but we wish him luck. He's going to end up playing at FIU. But yeah, I mean, Willis's 1 year. Willis's 1 year was better than any 1 year any D tackle had in this decade.
Yeah. Also, when we get to corners, I'm definitely putting in Cornell there.
Yeah, Corn was such a team leader too.
I loved Cornell there, man. He's still with the Panthers, right? I think he's with the Panthers.
Yeah, but I think when he was, I don't know if he's still the nickel. He might have still been the nickel last time I checked. Yeah, he was definitely a baller with Miami.
I love Cornell there.
He was such a baller for us. And listen, man, I know people like to talk about Artie Burns, but I mean,
Artie Burns, man.
I did too. I think we definitely take him. And Michael Jackson ended up being one heck of a corner. Yeah. I mean, in reality, he did.
Okay. Whoa.
We can't go there.
We're getting to the secondary. All right, so let's get some tackles. Come on.
All right. I got, you know what? Man. I got to put Willis in there.
I'm putting in Willis in there for sure.
Yeah, I'm putting Willis in there because that was such a good year.
I'm putting in Willis. I'm putting in Norton.
Well, you like the strumming the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
That's something we won't ever forget. Oh, man. Let's see. You going to go McIntosh? You going to put McIntosh in there?
Yeah, I put McIntosh in there.
Let me see here.
There really hasn't been anybody in this decade like Gerald Willis at the tackle position.
He had a monster year. That's the thing. You can't take away. There
hasn't been, like, think about it. Think about this past decade.
He played better than any defensive tackle in the country. Really, if you look at what he did. Now, mind you, at times his pad level gets away from him and all those stuff. We can talk about that. But look at the year he had in terms of tackles for loss, in terms of impact, in terms of, I mean, look at even the LSU game. Holston and I were talking about that the other day. In the LSU game, he's basically one of the few ones that actually played really well, and he played really well.
Yeah, J-Lo T says, okay, so if we do that, then he's putting Ja'Cory over Stephen Morris. That's fine.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
That's fair.
To me, if you look at the entirety of Ja'Cory's career at Miami, it'd be him and Kaya would be one and two. You know, now, mind you, the problem was Ja'Cory was part of that career was in the previous decade. But that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's what J-Lo T is saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
That's
I'm good with it.
Yeah, your entirety of a career, Ja'Cory's was better than Stephen Morris's.
You can't really take him on over Philip Dorsett.
That's the thing. But then that 1 year that Amon had was, I mean, listen, he broke Michael Irvin's freshman record.
I'm putting in Amon. I'm doing it.
When you break,
I'm making my own rules,
J-Lo. You
J-Lo.
break a record that belonged to the playmaker, to a Hall of Famer like Michael Irvin. You gotta take that into account.
I'm doing it. All right, so we're done. So we're off that.
Yeah, you know what? And Chicolo, I mean, that's a point too with Chicolo. Man, he was such a good performer at Miami.
Yeah, I know, right? Orange and Green Blood, Jermaine Grace. Wow, I love hearing all these names.
Okay, look at this. That's the thing. I'm going to give you something that's going to blow your mind. As a D tackle in the wrong position, because in the NFL they have him in the right position at linebacker. As a D tackle, sometimes DN, because they did move him around some.
They did.
Okay? How many sacks do you think Anthony Chicolo, Now, remember, we said Garvin ended up with 12.5. Joe Jackson ended up with more. Let me get the number on Joe Jackson. Hold on. How many he ended up with? Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get the numbers right. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, Garvin ended up with 12.5 sacks for his career. Joe Jackson, 22.5 sacks in his 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we said Joe Jackson definitely has to be one of the defensive ends. How many sacks do you guys think Anthony Chickolo ended up with? Remember, even Garvin was defensive end, ended up with 12.5. How many do you think Chickolo ended up with?
I would say 8.
14.5.
Wow.
For his career.
Right.
That tells you, man, that Chickolo played some. Yeah, absolutely, J-Love.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to the linebackers on the outside. All right. We got to put Pigney on there. And I know, fam. I know.
No, but on the outside, I mean, yeah.
You got to put Pigney on there. Four-year starter. I'm sorry. Pigney has to be one of your guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Perriman
was the middle.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So we're
talking about outside first.
Yeah, but how many outside? How many?
He said that we got to go. We're going to go. Mr. HD, you're the one that said it. Yes, Spence is definitely going to be on there.
100%.
How many outside did you want, Mr. HD? You said 3 outside and 3 inside?
No, I don't think. I don't know if you said anything about the defense.
Oh, my God. Orange and Greenblood says his wife's a nurse. Well, you know what we're praying for, man.
That is LOL. Nah, that's awesome. You said 3 of them.
Okay, 3 of them. Okay. Yeah, definitely got to put Pigney on there. Sean Spence got to be on there.
Was that HJS?
I'm trying to think of making sure we don't omit anybody. So same to you, HJS, and everybody in your whole family. Hope everybody's safe, man. And then 4 quarterbacks and 4 safeties. All right. Okay, so we got Pigney and Sean Spence for sure at the outside.
Anthony saying
no, Kane, remember, it has to be this decade. We're talking about this decade.
I wish.
McCarthy was an inside linebacker too, wasn't he? In that 3-4, he was the inside linebacker. So we can't go McCarthy. Trying to think. Pigney, Spence. Lakers, all they said is stuck Miami Dolphins.
You saw those new mock drafts, Lakers all day? I told you.
Yeah.
We're going to go Justin Herbert. All right,
I hope so.
Let's finish with the Canes. I'm trying to think.
That's I'm not going to put my... What's that?
Raphael Kirby. Remember Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby.
Kirby was nice. Kirby was really nice. You know what? I'll put Kirby in there.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. And in middle, we got to go Perriman, and we got to go Shaq. Also in there, and McCarthy. I mean, Tyreek the Freak.
Yeah.
The Joseph Yerby. Now,
shout out
J
to
Love. I think the problem with Joseph Yerby, J Love, I think it was
that Mark Walton came up behind him and was like,
"Listen,
I
young
man."
Even bigger was remember he came out of Central where he was splitting time with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
So then everybody was comparing him to Dalvin Cook, and at the college level,
but it was
Yerby was not going to be Dalvin Cook.
But it was also Yerby, and then Walton coming in,
right?
And then Walton playing sparingly, and people being like, "Oh,
yeah,
hold on,
that guy's better.
That guy's different."
Yeah, and he was.
I think that's what happened to Yerby.
And then Yerby got pushed to being the 3rd down back, which he did pretty well.
Yeah, he did pretty well. Did. Absolutely, he did.
All right. So we said Shaq. We said McCarthy. The highest draft pick out of all the ones that we have picked. That's a good question.
Good vision. It was quick. You did have good vision. Good question.
Yeah, hey, listen, I just wish Jaquan had the physical. Think about this: putting Jaquan's brain and heart into a guy like Gervin Hall, into a guy like Bubba, that has that type of athletic ability. Jaquan would have been all world. That's true. And then we ended up that year without a tight end. We lost our number one running back, our number one receiver, and our number one tight end.
That's when
we started 2017 year.
And that's when we finally started to see, what was it, the final game? We started to see a little bit of the spread.
You know, what are you talking about? You're talking about in 2017 against Wisconsin?
No.
He's talking about the 2017 year. He's talking about the year that we started out 10-0. And then we ended up the year when we lost the last 3 games. People forget that we lost Walton, we lost Herndon, and we lost Hamon Richards. So that team lost its number one running back, number one running receiver, and number one tight end.
Yeah.
Arthur Brown, yes, but he gets into this decade. I think Brown was from 08 till he left. So he has a piece of this decade, but I wouldn't put him on that team. Yeah, Perriman was a second-round pick. And absolutely, Perriman is on there, on the inside linebacker. Are we going to go to corners now?
Let's do it.
Artie Burns has to be on there. Cornelder has to be on there.
Michael Jackson has to be on there.
Michael Jackson has to be on there.
And then we got one more.
No, that's 3. He said, that's right. We get 4 corners. You're right. No, you're right. We get 4 corners. Who else will we take at the corner? Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, we got to go Tracy Howard.
Yeah. So Tracy, Elder, Artie, and Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson.
Okay.
All right, safeties. Wow, this is going to be tough. Listen, Jaquan, no doubter. Jaquan's on there.
Deion Bush for me is in there.
Yeah, but I mean, that whole team, man. That all 3 of them. Rashawn Jenkins, Jamal Carter, and Deion Bush.
I really like Deion Bush.
Jesus Christ, man. What a trio of safeties on one team.
Wow.
Oh, man. You know what? I'll put those 3 guys on there with Jaquan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, well, Sam Shields was the previous one. Sam started the NFL before the decade. He was from the previous decade. Yeah, Sam Shields was we just never used him right.
No, we didn't. Where's he at? He was with the Packers. Is he still with the Packers?
He was with the Rams. He was last year, this past season.
He was with the Rams. You're right.
And he was still playing.
Yeah, he got drafted by Green Bay though.
Yeah, that's where he made his All-Pro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know he played Pro Bowls. I'm not sure if he made first team All-Pro. Might have been second team, but yes, Shields has had a heck of a career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have to put, man, that whole trio, all 3 of those guys. Yeah, Shields was a corner. Yeah, remember, Loso, we had him corner, we had him wide receiver, then back to corner, then back to wide receiver. It's like they couldn't make up their damn mind with him his whole career at Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Ladarius Gunter. Yeah, I mean, I still put the other guys that we had above him.
Yeah, me too.
Above Ladarius. And then that's the thing with the safeties, man. Really, right there, those 4 safeties that we have.
Yeah.
Colbert, I liked Aiden, but he only was really there 1 year. Because I think we all got, you know what? I don't think I'll take the guys that we had. I don't think we'll take them out for Colbert. I do like Colbert. You're right, and he definitely. You talking about a
Colbert
guy
was nice, but
and a guy that
who are you taking out?
That's the thing. I don't take out any of the guys that we put. because I don't put Colbert above Cornelder. I don't put him above Tracy Howard. I don't put him above Michael Jackson. I mean, that's the thing, but Colbert's up there for sure. And then the safeties, man, I think it's those four. I think it's those four. I like red wine, Sammy. I do like red wine. But the thing with red wine is, if you look at it, I'd rather have Jamal, Dion, Rayshawn, or Jaquan.
Yeah, the thing about Howard is that he
was a big 5-star,
thing.
super stud. And he wasn't that, but he wasn't terrible either.
No, he wasn't.
And he played a lot of ball for us. Oh my God! Origin Greenblood says, imagine Denzel Perryman in that Manny defense. Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, you just pop a tape in and you watch Denzel play, and you watch. I'm not gonna say anything negative, but I'm not gonna go negative with Shaq. but those are two different players.
All right. So, kick returner?
No, he didn't. HJS. That's true. He never lived up to that. Tracy Howard, I'll give you that. He never lived up to that. But that's the thing. You could say that a lot. Delaney's a perfect example. There you go. That's a perfect example. Mm-hmm. He wasn't. He was hyped up to us, and he didn't turn out being. I mean, remember, most of his playing time was after injuries.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So
that's the thing.
Kick returner.
Oh my God, Duke. As a kickoff returner, Duke. Holy crap, was Duke exciting on kickoff returns? How many touchdowns did he end up? Hold on, I gotta look this up.
You're going Duke?
Oh, kickoff returner? Oh, no doubt. I'm going Duke.
I'm going Travis Benjamin.
Remember, 2012, he averaged 33 yards a return with 2 touchdowns.
I'm going Travis Benjamin.
As a punt returner, I'm taking Benjamin. As a kick returner, I'm going Duke.
Yeah, Duke was nice kicker.
And he only returned kicks really for 2 years. 2 touchdowns and averaged basically 31 yards a return. Think about that, guys. He averaged 31 yards a kick return.
Yeah, but that's
When's the last time we had a 31-yard kickoff return? Yeah. That was his average. And he had 2 touchdowns in one season.
Benjamin speed was
Travis Benjamin hands down as punt returner.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check.
Head coach.
Oh my God, head coach, huh? Jesus.
That was the funniest reaction, big dog.
What, my reaction?
Yeah.
Oh my God, who are we gonna give against the head coach?
I'm going Mark Richt.
You have to.
You have to go Mark Richt.
Yeah. You know what? I thought Benjamin played more of this decade. He only played 2000. He played 08, 09, so that doesn't count. But he played 2010 and 11, and he had just 1 punt return as a touchdown.
Head coach is a lot.
Al Folden. You got to go Mark Richt. Listen, you look at what Mark Richt took over the program. It was in the dumps. Got us back to 9-4 in his very first season. Second season took us all the way to number 2 in the country before we fell off the edge of the earth.
Yeah.
And then
we haven't been the same since.
And then the 2018 season.
We haven't been the same since.
But the only other coaches we had in this decade were Shannon, Al Golden, and Manny Diaz.
Yeah. You gotta go Mark Richt.
You gotta go Mark Richt.
Yeah. Forget about it.
I hate to say it, but that's the reality. And then you have to add the fact that Rick also had a big hand in getting that indoor practice facility built.
Are we gonna go stadium name too?
No, the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock is the place to be.
Yeah.
J Love says he takes Al Golden.
Still Joe Robbie.
The thing J Love with Golden is he presided over the very worst, because it was
bad.
Now Golden was dealt a bad hand because he was under the threat of probation, in terms of his whole, really almost his whole career at Miami. So that was tough. What are you talking about in terms of which was the best? The best stadium. The best stadium, no doubt. But remember, the Orange Bowl closed
No, I'm
down
talking
last
about
decade.
names. Like they changed it because it was like Sun
Yeah,
Life and it
it's
was
like no Hard
Vanguard,
Rock. Hard
Hard
Rock is the
Rock.
best. Yeah, I like the Rock.
It's Joe Robbie.
Joe Robbie.
It's Joe
No,
Robbie.
I like Hard Rock. No, mind you,
It's always gonna be Joe Robbie to me. I'm sorry.
well, to me, I still to this day I say it.
Yeah.
Do you know what name stuck out with me too? Is Pro Player. For some reason or other, that name stuck in my head forever.
Pro Player Stadium.
Because it was Pro Player for quite a few
for a
years.
long time.
Yeah. But no, the thing is, Hurricane Millie is at least the people that are old like me. We know what Joe Robbie went through to get that stadium, because a lot of younger people don't know. Joe Robbie literally took on everybody. No one that was anywhere near that stadium wanted built there. And Robbie had to fight everybody. It wasn't like the Marlins Stadium where the government put in money and all this stuff. No. Robbie had to do that all on his own. That's why the first name that stadium had was Joe Robbie Stadium, because it was basically his baby. And he fought everybody to get that stadium built there. So he deserves that name, but I like the Hard Rock for sure. Top 3 years in what? Pretty much I didn't get the top 3 years in what?
He says if you could go back to any season and make Miami the national champion, which one would it be?
Oh, okay. Like saying that. Okay, I get it. That we didn't win. A year that we didn't win.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. For me, it would be in order 02, 86, and 2000. Those would be my 3. 02 because we won that game against Ohio State. Everybody knows that.
100%.
In 86, if it wasn't for Vinny Testaverde, who just threw another interception, by the way, against Penn State, if it wasn't for Vinny crapping the bed, he didn't just crap the bed. He crapped the bed, the living room sofa, crapped in the kitchen, crapped everywhere except for the bathroom. That 86 team was one of the greatest teams in the history of college football. And people forget because of the meltdown that Vinny had in that Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
So in my 3 would be 02, 86. That's hard to say 88, though, too. Okay, I'll say in order. 02, 86. Man, you know what? I got to go 88. Guys, remember, the 88 team, the only game that we lost was the Cleveland Gary didn't fumble game. That was the only loss of Steve Walsh's career.
Guy Negro saying, did Vinny tank that game?
Man, I had 3 interceptions.
Probably had some money on it, man, because it was like it was bad.
Dude, look at the stats of that game. We destroyed Penn State.
Yeah, it was
every
bad,
statistical category. We had like 3 times as many first downs. We destroyed them. Absolutely. It looked like they didn't belong on the field, and Vinny kept them in the dang game, and then he basically gave them the game.
Yeah,
five interceptions, either 5 or 6. It was horrible, man. That was horrible.
It was 5. Yeah, it was 5.
That was such a pain. I was in the police academy when that was going on down there in South Florida. That was just, man, that was so sad.
Hey, I got let's do some. All right, so look, since we're gonna keep it a little short this week, but it's a good segue into what we'll do next week. So no, we're not taking them tonight, Gallo Negro, but look,
we'll do it next week for sure.
We'll do this.
Next week we'll have a longer show.
Yeah, next week we'll do an all-time Canes team. All right, and then we'll take calls. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Wholesome said, what were your picks? You didn't give your answer. That's true.
I can't go that far back.
Well, yeah, because things you didn't see, but
things that, like, does he mean
like
I don't know if he means that we should have won. Like it was an anomaly. Vinny crapping the bed the way he did.
Right.
The flag was an anomaly. So I don't know if he means that or does he mean just overall, like years in general. But yeah, 02, I would never.
2000 hurt too because we belonged in that national championship game and we would have whooped Oklahoma's butt that year.
I wasn't watching the Canes yet in 2000.
You were young, dude. You were 10 years old then.
Yeah, no. What's up? What you want, Gallo Negro? Some NFL draft talk. Oh yeah, I would love some NFL draft talk. NFL draft is approaching, man, and that's the only thing we got to look forward to be honest, when it comes to sports, because the draft is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
It is going to happen. So that's college football.
To me, wholesome for you.
Baseball.
For the young guys. Take a look at the 86 team. And
I've seen it, but
young guys, no,
I didn't live it.
You guys would be shocked. That 86 team was an NFL team on the field. And that should have gone down as the greatest team in history up until that point. And then Vinny did what he did. But you look at that team, you talk about the Heisman Trophy winner in Vinny. You have Michael Irvin on that team. You got the stable of running backs on that team. We had guys that
were J-Lux, huge Dolphin fans.
What's that?
He just
said, we are Dolphin fans. Yeah, you have to remember, Junior lives his whole life in South Florida, and I lived almost my whole life in South Florida. Yeah. Until I moved up to Ohio, and I was born in New York.
So we got a request from my Gallo Negro. He's saying that he wants me to be totally positive about every issue we talk about concerning the Canes, and he wants you to basically play my role and be glasses always half empty. So he's saying you're overly positive
and you're overly negative.
And I'll say I don't think I'm negative.
No, I don't think you're negative.
I just, it's been a rough. Last year was rough for me, man.
But Gallo Negro, in all fairness, you know what I think the difference is that other than when the last national championship was in 2001, Junior was 11 years old. So for most of his life, what he's experienced with the Hurricanes is disappointment. Okay, I have the memory bank of my whole life, which is, listen,
it's been 84 years.
Guys, we did not, you guys that are young don't understand this. We did not lose a home game for a decade. Think about that. We went basically an entire decade never losing at home. 58 consecutive victories. So we got used to, I can, guys, just to tell you this, from 80, okay, we won the national championship in 83. Okay, then we lose Schnellenberger and we get Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy's first year, he went 8-5. Okay, from 85 on, I expected to win the national championship every single year.
I like that question.
What's that?
Go ahead, Big Dog, finish.
Oh, and that's what I think is the difference, is that I have in my memory bank a time when we dominated Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
So you don't have that as fresh in your memory because the last golden age, you were 11 years old when they won the national championship. Yeah. So it's different. Yeah.
And I wasn't
don't even get close. I'll give you an idea. People were making a big deal that Alabama's last home loss had been like 20-some games or something like that.
Yeah.
We went 58 consecutive games. Believe it or not, the second longest streak is Florida State, and we ended up breaking it on them in Tallahassee. Yeah. We're the ones that broke the streak, which I think got to 54.
Yeah. No, like when I've kind of broken it down before, guys. To me, my first love was the Marlins. Then it was.
When you were very little.
Then it was the Dolphins. Then it was probably the Heat. The Heat and the Canes probably around the same time. But hey, I got to experience that 97 and that 03 championship for the Marlins.
That's true. And you were a ball player, so that was a big thing.
And I was playing baseball, and I got to experience 3 championships
with the Heat,
for the Miami Heat.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully, my great grandchildren will be able to experience a Super Bowl for the Dolphins. I'm going. We are all going to experience a national championship soon for the Canes, but hopefully, my great grandchildren are going to experience a Super Bowl for the. And before we go ahead and head out, man, let's try to make this short, big dog.
Yeah.
J Love T says there's a Twitter war, and the reason why I want to answer this is because there's also chat wars going on with me and my buddies about this topic in particular.
What's that?
So his question is about the Dolphins trading back or getting Tua. What do you guys think we should do?
Okay, I'm gonna put my GM hat on. Okay, I'm the general. So I have to go get my Dolphin hats. One of my Dolphin hats. No, or can I keep my Canes hat?
You keep it on.
If my choices are Tua or trading back, I'll take trading back. Okay. If my 2 choices are
okay, but no. It depends. It depends what we get if we trade back.
I don't want Tua at number 5.
It depends what we get if we trade back.
I don't know. I'll trade back.
Okay, but it depends what we get.
If they're not sold on Herbert, I don't want 2 at number 5.
I disagree.
No.
Because
you end up getting 2 number 1s to trade back.
That's
2 number 1s and a number 2. What do you think we're going to trade back for? A 78 Buick Regal? If you trade back, we're number 5 pick in the draft. If we trade back, we're going to get a ton of picks. We'll get at least 2 number 1s in return. At least. And probably a couple number 2s.
Okay, but how far are you trading back? Because then you're going to miss out on Herbert and Tua.
That's my point. So
if you trade back.
Okay, if my choices are Tua and trading back, I'm trading back. If my choices are Herbert and trading back, I'm keeping Herbert.
Okay, but my point is that if you trade back from number 5, depending on who's making that trade with you.
If I trade back from number 5, then I'm thinking Jordan Love.
See, I don't want Jordan Love.
I want Herbert.
I want right, but I want a guy that's going to
trade back because we might not get Herbert if we trade back.
That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. So
if we trade back, we're not going to get Tua or Herbert.
Correct.
Okay. I know McShay is in love, no pun intended, with Jordan Love. I think he's nice, but do I think he has the upside that Herbert and Tua have? No.
To me, it's this: is Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Tua.
But be honest. But hold on.
But injury concerns. If Tua was 100% healthy and Herbert was 100% healthy, it's a coin flip for me. Okay, but Tua,
it's not a coin flip for you, big dog. Wait a second. Hold up. Be honest with yourself.
Okay, I'd probably give the edge to Tua. If he was 100%
big dog, there would be a discussion if Tua never got hurt.
Correct.
It would be either Tua or Burrow.
Right.
So Herbert wouldn't even be in this conversation.
No, Herbert would still be in the conversation.
No, he wouldn't.
He'd be in the conversation.
If Tua never got hurt, he would not be in the conversation, big dog.
People forget, man. If Herbert would have gone out the previous year, a lot of people are saying he was the number 1 pick and not Kyler Murray.
No way. Who said that, big dog? Nobody said that, dude.
Before Kyler Murray exploded at the end of the year.
Oh, before he exploded. Correct. Okay.
Herbert was going into the season as a presumptive number 1 pick in the draft.
All right, but his best year was his senior year.
He went back.
I like Herbert.
He wanted to play with his brother. That's why he went back to Oregon, because he said it might be the last chance he gets to play with his brother. Okay,
no, I get it.
But Justin Herbert to me is okay. I'll give you an idea. Okay, let's put it this way. I'll give you the choice: Herbert or Kyler Murray.
Herbert.
Okay, Herbert or Baker Mayfield.
Herbert.
Okay, those are the 2 number 1 picks in the last 2 drafts.
Okay.
Sam Darnold was picked high.
Yeah.
Also, I think Darnold went 2. Yeah, it was Mayfield 1 and Darnold 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was what it was.
Yeah.
Or was Darnold 3? I don't remember if Darnold was the 3rd pick or the 2nd pick in the draft. I think Darnold was the 2nd pick in the draft. but Herbert's better than all those guys. No, Dan, if I in all honesty,
Burrow.
Yeah, if I have a choice to pick Burrow or Herbert, yes, I take Burrow over Herbert.
Yeah.
But I think, to me, Herbert is a better pick than Tua.
And
because I don't see Tua staying healthy in the NFL. And to me, Herbert is the dude. Listen.
And you could forget about Tua playing in next year.
Okay.
Whoever drafts him.
Here's the thing. I'm going to ask you, okay.
He's not going to play regardless.
Name me what you want in a quarterback.
That's not smart.
What's that? Name me, okay, traits that you want in a QB.
Traits that I want in a QB?
Right.
Order of importance or just overall?
Overall.
Okay, overall. Football IQ.
Okay, Herbert has it.
Yeah. Accuracy.
Herbert has it.
Arm strength.
Herbert has it.
Pocket awareness.
Herbert has it.
And some mobility.
Herbert has it.
Does he have the it factor, though?
Herbert has it.
I don't know.
One of the things that they reported from the combine was when the guys were doing the bench presses, Herbert was like the number one cheerleader, smacking guys in the ass and becoming like, and he had that leadership.
Oh, let's get that guy. Oh. Hey, I want Herbert just because he was smacking guys on the ass. That's my number 5 pick. He has the it factor because he was slapping guys. Slapping guys on the ass. Slapping ass.
Slapping ass. That one. No, but what I'm saying is he was taking a leadership role even in the combine.
No, yeah, for sure. He was slapping everybody.
A legit 6'6", a legit 236. 4.68 40, 10-inch hands, a 10-foot broad jump, a 35.5-inch vertical.
Slap ass.
Guys, that's the thing that people don't realize. Slap ass. People don't realize. Yeah, that's a Key and Peele skit. Anyways, you made me laugh now. Okay, but that's Lakers all day. That's the thing. People talk about Jordan Love. Compare Jordan Love to Justin Herbert even in production. Facing better competition, because remember, Justin Herbert was playing in the pack. Jordan Love's at Utah State. You can't get over that.
I'm just thinking about the video. I'm just thinking about.
I know.
We got Thomas Miles an all slap ass team.
Look at. In fact, we were texting back and forth today, so I know this off the top of my head. Okay, you look at, for example, touchdown to interception ratio in college. Herbert, 95 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. Jordan Love, 60 touchdowns, so he threw for 35 less touchdowns, 29 interceptions. He threw for 6 more interceptions.
There's no question. There's no question for me, man.
Completion percentage. Justin Herbert was 3 points higher than Jordan Love. In every app, but that's the thing, Gallo Negro, is you know what happened with Jordan Love with Justin Herbert, when all these things started, all these little like intangibles started coming up, it was because he's such a perfect prospect. Everybody has to say, well, maybe he's not this, or maybe he's not that. I saw him at Oregon. He was the unquestioned leader of that team. That team won the Pac-12 and won the Rose Bowl. Okay, and was one upset loss, and that was a close loss, and actually 2 because they lost to Auburn earlier in the year in a close ball game.
Yeah.
To me, Justin Herbert, he's that guy that people start nitpicking because they can't find anything legitimate to say negatively about it.
Yeah, he put him in like you need to make a quarterback like in a lab somewhere.
It's gonna look like Justin Herbert.
It's gonna look like Herbert. No,
listen, the guy is 6'6".
I agree with you.
236 pounds, and he has a 35.5-inch vert.
Yeah,
that was the thing that they were trying to say, right?
And he's more mobile than people think too.
That's what I'm saying is you can see how people were nitpicking because before the combine they said, well, he's not going to be very athletic. He's not going to test well. He's not going to show up at the combine. So he shows up at the combine and blows it up.
Yeah.
Blows it up.
Oh, yeah. We'll see, man. The Dolphins apparently are really liking Herbert Kuiper and others have the Dolphins going Herbert at 5. So we'll see. If Tua was healthy, I would take Tua over Herbert, but
I don't trust Tua.
Tua concerns me.
I
Tua
don't trust
concerns me. We still don't have an offensive line. The Dolphins don't have an offensive line.
You were playing with an NFL offensive line at Alabama that people rarely.
You're playing with an NFL caliber every single position. Let's be real.
But you're behind an NFL offensive line at Alabama.
The best wide receiver in the draft was also on your team.
Correct. And by the way, the fastest wide receiver in the draft was another guy also on your team.
Right.
And Henry Ruggs.
No, Ruggs is nasty. But
so you had all that talent around you with Tua, and listen, when he played, he balled. I'm not taking anything away from
100%.
But behind that offensive line, you get hurt as often as he got hurt. I'm sorry. Because the first year it was, okay, he just has an ankle issue.
Herbert's comparison is Carson Wentz. Would you take Carson Wentz?
I'd damn sure take Carson Wentz.
We got to remember, Carson Wentz hasn't been the same after that injury. But before he got hurt, man,
he was the NFL MVP that year.
Right, exactly.
People forget that. He was the NFL MVP that year when he got hurt. And then the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
Right.
Okay, but he was the NFL MVP if he would have stayed healthy.
Yeah.
When he banged up his knee. And if you look at with Herbert, he played top flight competition. Okay? He played Power 5 his entire career. All right. On top of that, he's a guy who was successful, meets all those boxes that you tick. But that's the thing is what I've seen with Herbert is I saw that also with Cam Newton, with the year that Cam Newton came out from Auburn, because everybody had him as the number 1 pick. And everybody started picking that like number 1, that okay, oh, well, he's not this. Hey, remember what happened in Florida? Hey, he's not that. Because when you have somebody who's a presumptive top pick at quarterback, especially, they talk about it so constantly that somebody has to come up with a new spin, and they start nitpicking. Because that's the thing I heard.
Greenblood.
Oh, thank you guys. Good night. That's the thing that I heard before the combine. They said Herbert wasn't going to show up at the combine because he wouldn't test well. He shows up and blows up the combine.
Yeah.
Blows it up. Okay. Guy, he ran a 4.68 40, 35.5-inch vertical leap. He was number 1 in the 3-cone drill at 6'6", a legit 6'6".
Yeah.
No, to me, listen, I want Herbert.
I want him too.
That to me is I want Herbert, and I want Herbert big time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, where the comparison to Carson Wentz breaks down is, remember, Carson Wentz played at Alabama of that division because he played at North Dakota State.
Right.
So he was playing with the best team against lower competition than a Justin Herbert was.
Right.
Because how many national championships has North Dakota State won? 8 of the last 9, I think.
Right.
Primo, if he's still in there, he works there, so he'll be able to tell us. I think they've won 8 of the last 9, either 8 of the last 9 or 8 of the last 10 national championships at their division at North Dakota State. So, physical. You're right, Thomas. I mean, he's very comparable. He's even a little bit bigger than Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
But so that's the thing is Primo's still on there. They've won what? So 8 of the last 9, Holso, is what North Dakota State has won. So those are the things that I would say is I would rather have Herbert. If we can't get Burrow, 9 of 10. Look at that. 9 of 10 and 18 of the last 22. So that's the thing that Carson had the advantage of. But I like Herbert. I do. I'm a big believer in Herbert. You guys know it that have been on here. You guys started asking me this question at the beginning of last year, in the summer of last year, and I was telling you I would take Herbert number 1.
Yeah.
Back then. And that was without Tua hurting his hip. So,
yeah. Hey guys, so let's go ahead and bounce, man. We got to go ahead and get out of here, man. Thank you for everybody that joined us, man. If you guys are new here and you're not a part of the Junior the Big Dog family, please subscribe to our channel. And if you're part of our family, try turning off the notification and turning it back on, because a lot of people are saying that they're not getting the notifications about our videos. So give that a shot, man. Turn it on, turn it back on, and see if that resets it. And let you guys know, man. Before you guys go on and head out, hit that like button. And if you have any comments, you guys want to continue the conversation in our comment section, you're more than welcome to do so. Me and the big dog will chat with you guys there, man.
I'm gonna catch up on all those comments this week.
We'll be here next week, Wednesday, man. We'll go ahead and discuss some more Canes all-time team. We'll talk some more draft. And we'll take some phone calls as well because some people requested to call in today. So we'll go ahead and take those calls, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us, man. You got anything else to add, big dog?
That's it. And Stunner Boy says, everybody wash your hands. Thank you, Stunner Boy, for for a reminder. Guys,
wash your hands and slap your ass.
No slap ass. Wash your hands, guys, seriously, and always make sure do the social distancing, guys. It's working. That disease is no joke.
HJS, man. Much love to you and the fam, man, and Zoe. So
absolutely,
all stay safe, man.
Stay safe, and everybody stay good.
As always,
it's always all about this. You
have a good night, guys.
Everybody be safe.